Hi Cancer, so this is going to be a 3-month overview. I completely forgot that, I have to do October, November and December 3-month check-in. So here I am. I paused the general current energy checking videos and I am shooting, fresh out of the oven, the 3-month check-in. And I'm going to start with Cancer Collective first because I already did a week long of basically from Aries to Saggitarius. So according to the schedule, this week is all about Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, and Virgo, Pisces. So let's see what's happening with you in the month of October, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Then we're going to take a look at the month of November, which is 11, Justice. And then the month of December, which is Hanged Man, right? I got confused actually when I saw Justice. I was like, isn't it supposed to be October? All right. Anyways, getting back to the point. Let's see the month of October for you with the Wheel of Fortune. 8 of Cups, all right. You're walking away from something here. Page of Cups and the 6 of Cups. What is it? What is it? It's looking to me like it's all coming back to me now. You're telling me that it's all coming back to me now. What does that mean? What does that mean? I feel like something that you walked away from is coming back to you, and it's a special connection here. Somebody you used to know, somebody you used to connect to. It feels like somebody of childhood, like sibling or maybe a soft connection, a friend that you used to know once upon a time, and they're connecting back up with you. And it feels good. 4 of Wands, the Star, and the 4 of Pentacles. All right. So I also see that you're holding on strongly to the vision of some sort of relationship that you really aspire to achieve in this life in terms of romantic connection, one that's equal, one that's shared, one that's mutual and mutually exclusive as well. You're sticking to your goals, but you're also choosing to open up to this person. So I feel like it's somebody of romantic interest, but you are meeting up with this person, you are listening to them, at least you're offering a listening ear. I don't know if you will take it any further or not. Right now, I'm just seeing that you are willing to hear them out, whatever they have to say. I feel like somebody comes in with some sort of soft message towards you in recognition of that this connection that they have with you means something special to them. But you are holding on to this idea of relationship that you have in your mind right now. Like, this is what ideal relationship looks like to me. I want a commitment and that's what I will settle for. Or maybe your desire is to have something long term, and maybe you find that this person couldn't give you anything like that, right? It could be that case as well. Take your pick. So you are telling me that I'm not going to forget. It's like the moment you meet this person, you're like, don't forget your plan, don't forget your plan, Cancer, don't forget your plan, Cancer, don't forget your plan, Cancer. It's like you have to remind yourself constantly and stick really hard, dig your heels in to remember what your goals are. It's like, just because you're talking to this person, don't forget about your goals, don't forget about your goals. All right, let's see the month of November. I always get confused saying Justice. I always am like Libra season. Anyways, let's see the month of November for you. You might have some Aquarius in the chart, not the point, but it's something that you desire. And I feel like at some point in time, you desired this with them as well. Once upon a time, you used to see that everlasting relationship with this person. Like, you could envision that, but you are afraid to attach that dream to this person anymore. It's like, dare I assign that assignment to you? Will you fulfill it? I don't think so. Let me hear you. Let me see what you are about. Let me see where you're at. Let me see what you want. And then maybe we'll see if you fit into my goals of what I want in a relationship or not. The King of Pentacles, High Priestess, and the Ace of Swords. All right. A truth being spoken of, intuition and logic. Somebody's intuition and logic is on point here. I don't know if this is you or somebody else. Honey, you're a Cancer energy. I always associate you as a very soft energy, right? But the King of Pentacles and with the High Priestess and Ace of Swords feels like, like this King of Pentacles figure means business. I know what's going on within me, and I also know what's logically going on, what's logically my truth, actively from a mental space and from an intuitive space within me. I have consolidated that something here is my truth. Yeah. Okay, so renewing things with you. They would like to renew things with you. I feel like this is now continued. They're telling you, they're laying down some truths about themselves, about what they want, about what their desires are with respect to you, and you are listening to that. You're responding well to it, though, you know? You're like, I'm curious about what you have to say. I'm curious about what you have to do here. So I'm willing to try. With a little bit of nerve, you are daring to try. You're daring to open yourself up to the situation again. It's like, it's nothing too crazy. I'm just opening up a little bit, but it's exciting, of course. You are passionate about this. You're curious about this. You're like lit up with this situation. You are lit up by this person, of course. But you're also like, okay, let's see. Prove your worth. Prove your worth. Prove your worth. It's kind of like that. Let's see the Hangman, the month of December for you. Let's see the Hangman, the month of December for you. It's going to be a short read. You know, I completely forgot. I really did post one of, in my community post, you know, you can check it out, that I really legit forgot about this schedule because a lot has been going on in my life anyways. Doesn't matter. Three of Swords. Yeah, a fear of rejection here, a little bit. I see that. Because the stakes are higher, honey. That's why. Yeah, it makes you happy. Whatever this is, whatever whoever this person is, it really does make you happy. Despite the emotional disappointments that have been here, you still feel good to connect to this person after such a long time. It's like it feels good to connect to you. Whatever our past were, whatever our past situation was, whatever our past disappointments were, it doesn't really matter because you still make my eyes shine. You still make my heart smile. Yeah, the month of, you know, the month of December. I'll have to see some more about this because there is some a more bit more layering attached to the situation here. Okay, so you two are healing. You two are healing. There is a fear of rejection, don't get me wrong, that, you know, things might end up the same way as past, you know, as it happened in the past. But regardless, you both are willing to show each other justice. You both are willing to work with each other and bring balance into the situation. That means communicating back and forth about what you have learned and how you two have healed, individually speaking, how you two have understood the situation, winded up to be like, right? It's like, this is my side of the story, and that is your side of the story. Let's talk about both stories, right? And let's consolidate those. I need to understand your perspective of what happened, and I need to make you understand my perspective of what happened. And that's how we show each other balance, and that's how we understand what we needed and how we two contributed in the rejection of this whole situation. Because let's be honest, rejection causes rejection. Just because somebody walked away and was thought of, you know, completely abandoning ships, right? It happened as a result of somebody rejecting the other person emotionally. You might have walked away from this person because they emotionally rejected you first. And as a result, you had to walk away and leave this person behind. So they felt rejected as a result, right? So it's, do you understand how rejection plays off of each other? Let's see anything else in the advice. Anything else in the advice for Cancers? Excuse any background noise. What was this card? Nine of Swords. For some of you, you stress out about the situation as well. Somebody is stressing out. Yeah, there is a fear of rejection about opening up to this. I told you. But you are willing to try because this person is special to you. That's why you're willing to try. Like, I'm willing to try. It's okay. I know there was an ending attached to this particular relationship. I used to assign that assignment. I did tell you that, didn't I? So that's why you're holding on really strongly. Like, do remember your goal, do remember your goal. Just because you're talking to this person and it makes you feel good doesn't mean that they want the relationship with you that you wanted with them, right? That they fit into your goals, that they want the same things. Remember that while you're meeting with this person. Remember that, remember that. It's like you have to constantly tell yourself this, because you remember having to end this situation because we both were not on the same page in terms of what we wanted with each other, in terms of a relationship, in terms of a romantic relationship. Their idea of what a relationship constituted was very different than yours. So it's like I had to end that situation in the past, and I felt pretty confident in doing so. You got back up, you dusted yourself off, you are passionate, you are back on point, you're still confident. You're telling me it was the right decision for me, but having to open myself up back again to the situation, yes, I would like to try, but with caution, because, of course, I don't want to romantically look at you again firsthand, because you are special to me. You are somebody I used to know. You are a love of the past. However strong that love was, or however deep that love went, it doesn't really matter. Even if they were a friend, you're telling me that there are heartbreaks attached to the situation. There are owies that needs to be resolved upon. So if we are willing to work with each other on that, if we are willing to create a relationship that's defined by two people in terms of equal, let's just say that you are a friend and I'm a friend, and we show each other goodwill like friends do to each other, right? So that's our relationship. That's how we define our relationship. If it's defined in nature, if it's equal in nature, if it's shared, then I don't have a problem investing in the situation and keeping myself open to this, because guess what? It's the sun. Yeah, it makes you happy. Time hasn't changed, nothing. The feeling hasn't changed with time. You know, as soon as you connect with this person, you still feel the sun coming back again in your heart space. You still feel the sun. You can still access the sun with this person. You can still access the happiness and pure joy that you felt in their company. However lighthearted the connectivity went, you still managed to be happy with this person. So it's like, I'm still willing to try because of that, because you make me feel happy, you make me feel positive. The moon, the Knight of Wands, yeah, somebody has to be on the same page emotionally about why they're approaching you, and what caused emotional abandonment and what caused emotional upsetness between you two. And I feel like one of the main reasons was that somebody was emotionally rejecting this connection while passionately being in this connection. Passionately, they were turned on by this, they were taking action towards this, they were really lit up by this, they were really inspired to take action, but emotionally speaking, they were not meeting you up par for par. And I feel like that's how I feel like this person did not necessarily know that they were doing it until after the fact, until you walked away and they had a lot of time to think about how you two used to connect. That's when they realized that, oh, oh, this is how I was approaching the situation, and maybe that's what caused the upset, and that's why this Cancer walked away from me. So maybe I need to understand what created the upheaval, what created an abrupt stop to our growth pattern that was happening between us. That's what created the break. So we need to stop doing that. We need to stop contributing more to it and change our ways to connect with each other. And I feel like that's why they're approaching you with a heart space, a little bit of heart space, recognizing that you mean something to them, you mean something special to them, that they never forgot about you, that they think fondly of you and things like that. But I would suggest you to still remember the goal that you have in mind, but healing looks on point. You both mean it, you both are showing up for each other, you both are committed to healing with each other and showing each other balance. So it's like it was a long time coming. It's coming back to you now. That's what I will say. So that's all I have for you, Cancerians. I hope this helped, and take care.